Hey everyone, it's Spurs Rail 96 here. Hope you're doing well out there. Welcome to another Train Sim World 5 live stream. For today's live stream, we are once again continuing the old school German theme. This time, going back in time, even further than the previous stream. The previous stream, Link Rheinstrecke, was set in 1997. This time we're in Western Germany in 1992, taking a look at Train Sim Germany's first ever route for Train Sim World, the excellent Niddertalbahn. So let's get into it and do some passenger action and have some fun. Just turn down the volume in my mic, it's a little bit too loud. For me, that is. Okay. Quiet night. No, don't do that. Early morning's the most beautiful time of the day awaits. Okie doke. A passenger service from Stockheim to Bad Vilbel and then the same again. I think we will do... Oh, they're the same. Okay, fair enough. That one doesn't count. Okay, we'll do this one. Stockheim to Frankfurt Main Hauptbahnhof, but obviously we can only operate this morning service to Bad Vilbel. So this route, like I said, was set in 1992. The second to this day, I think it's only the second historic German route that's been brought to life in Train Sim World. It came out in 2020. Is it 2023? I think it was, right? Yeah, it has to be. And it really gave us a glimpse into the possibilities of what, third-party devs like TSG and Just Trains obviously following up from these product in particular, the quality of what a route can really do in terms of your perception of what Train Sim World can really produce or really deliver. So a little bit of information about this route. It's a small little branch line, very, very small. Only, I want to say like just over 20 miles, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I'll just double check that actually, just to make sure I'm not just saying a load of gobbledygook. It's a 19 mile, or 31 kilometer branch line between Bad Vilbel and Stockheim in state of Hesse in Western Germany. So Bad Vilbel is actually not too far from the city of Frankfurt. It's kind of just at the top of the northeast part of Frankfurt. You get two pieces of traction to play with. One of them is brand new, which is what we're going to be operating in the stream. The DBBR 628.2 diesel multiple unit in Deutsche Bundesbahn white and mint livery. You do get some small little freight services helping the local farmers or local trade along the line. Mainly sugar beet being the primary freight on this route. And to assist in those duties, you will be using the DBBR 365 diesel shunter locomotive in Deutsche Bundesbahn blue livery, and you get ES50 sugar beet wagons. Really, really nice looking wagons, I must say. Really weathered, has the authentic branding of the 1990s, because back then Deutsche Bahn, as we know today, used to be known as Deutsche Bundesbahn and had a slightly different altered logo and branding back then. So really, really interesting little route that I've been doing quite a few videos on recently, and I've really been enjoying it. It's quite a little challenging little route as well, a lot of different undulations, different grades. If you do it at night time, obviously there's not a lot of lights because you're pretty much in the countryside, but the visuals, I mean, the vegetation in particular, you know, the trees, the foliage, shrubs, looks absolutely fantastic, and the stations look just as good. So yeah, enough of me blabbing. Let's prepare the train for service. So let's put the lights on. Instrument lights to 100%. Cursor set to the forward position. Turn the power on for the engine. There we go. Release the brakes. And before we do go any further, and before I forget, we'll turn the motion blur on to aid the stream's performance. So right, we just got to enter the platforms at Stockheim. So an interesting little cab. You have a clock, interestingly, on the dashboard. Good old analog clock. No digital dials on this multiple unit. And obviously the second dial on the dashboard is the speed, and the one next to that is the brake pressure gauge, or the brake bar gauge. There's the shunter on the right hand side in the siding, awaiting its duties for the day. And you've got the sidings here on the left hand side at Stockheim station as well. So you can do a couple of different types of passenger services, and in different formations as well. You can do this particular passenger service I'm doing has two 628 units connected together. You may have just seen one in the sidings as well. And you can see on the left hand side you can also operate passenger services with just a single 628 electric diesel multiple unit, I should say. And the different types of passenger services, there's only two really. You can do full length runs on the line from Bad Vilbel to Stockheim, or vice versa, or you can do services going from Badville to let me just concentrate a minute, just get the train to a stop. I think that'll do. It's close enough for me. I'll unlock the doors, allow the passenger boarding procedures to commence. Yeah, and you can, and the other passenger service type you can do is you can do services from Bad Vilbel, which is down here, to here, which is Heldenburgen Vindecken, and you can obviously do services vice versa from Heldenburgen to Bad Vilbel. And a nice little touch as well, you'll mainly see it at Heldenburgen Vindecken station. You do get some AI passenger services coming in and out of the station too. Mostly regional barn services, but you can also see some intercity services charging through Bad Vilbel on the main line too. And at Heldenburg and Vindecken, the regional barn passenger services are operated by DBBR 110 electric locomotives, and that will also appear on the main line at Bad Vilbel. Same goes for the intercity services with the DBBR 103 electric locomotive. So a bit of a hive of activity here at Stockheim. Another train is just getting ready for service as well. So the 628 has a V12 diesel engine. Produces quite a bit of power, over 620 horsepower. So it certainly does pack a reasonable punch. And then this Deutsche Bahn mint and white livery. It's nice, you know, to have something different other than the usual red we see on most German routes. You can use the 628 on the Link-Rheinstrecke route as well, set in 1997. And interestingly, you do get a Deutsche Bahn modern-day red variant of this 628 where you can operate some passenger services. I'm not sure which route in particular. I think one of them was... oh, God, it will come to me. It was that branch line I really didn't like. That's how much I don't like it because I can't remember its name. But you can do passenger services on the small, the Main-Talbahn. That's it, the Main-Talbahn. You can do some passenger services with the 628 on the Main-Talbahn, albeit in Deutsche Bahn red colours. And you can, I think, you can see some AI services on other German routes of this multiple unit in Deutsche Bahn red colours. So before we go further, I think I will turn on the safety systems. So you head out of the cab. Maybe not in this compartment. Go on to this one here. I think it's in this. Is it in this cab? Oh no, it's on at the other end of the first unit. Here, there we go. Yeah, this is where you can access the PZB and the CFA valves. Really, you don't need PZB on because maximum speeds you can get is 60 kilometers per hour on this route. So I suppose you don't really need it on because it's not that busy either. But what I like about this route is not only the detail, but it's a different kind of German experience and a much more slower pace of life, if you like. So it's a lot more relaxing to enjoy the route, to enjoy the scenery, and to get away from the madness, the hustle and bustle of the modern German rail scene and train sim world. Hey Sophie, yes, very well, thank you. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good weekend. That's true. Yeah, you can add. I meant timetable wise, it's restricted to some routes. But yeah, on the free roam mode thing, if it works, that is. I don't know if it works at the moment. Might not work. I don't know. But yeah, you can take it and put it wherever you want, really. I've got free chocolate biscuits today and a bottle of water. Right, let's depart the station. Okay, so the first station stop is Glauberg, just under 2 kilometers away. So this was the first German route train sim world where you have the P signs on a route, basically a sign with the letter P. That means whistle boards in Germany. Of course, you could just whistle wherever the hell you want on any German route, but to be realistic, if you see a sign with the letter P, then of course that means sound the whistle. So we're going to do just 2 passenger services this evening. The one I'm doing now will be covering a full length under the line, and then the second one will go from Bad Vilbel to Heldenburgen Windecken, and that'll pretty much cover it really. Freight, I don't need to do the freight. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh dear. Did I set the wrong thing? No, I did turn it on. I did turn the wipers on, correct? Oh no, I didn't. No, I turned the wipers on. One good thing about this route's journey mode in particular is, yeah, the dynamic weather actually works, and it doesn't transition, you know, different weather conditions in a buggy mess like I've seen on other dovetail routes mainly. I love the sound of it. I've never been I don't know why, but I really like the sound of this multiple units windscreen wipers. Yeah, certainly the weather's closing in. A miserable rainy morning for the morning commuters trying to get to Frankfurt. Poor buggers. I'll say one thing. I was very, very lucky. Okay, seems Mother Nature wants to say good morning to us. I was about to say that literally I had my dinner just now, and afterwards I went and got the bin and from the garden and put it out out the front on the road, because obviously the bin man's coming tomorrow morning. And literally just as I did it, I came in, I washed my hands, and it just absolutely chucked it down of rain. Absolutely hammered it down. I thought, well, hey, I couldn't have timed it any better. Doing the bins. Managed to do it literally as soon as I got in. Wow, it just absolutely chucked it down with rain. I mean, the weather has been atrocious. I mean, the past 24 hours where I am, it's just rained. Yesterday was just awful. It just rained and rained and rained and rained and rained. And today's been alright, to be fair. It's been dry. Well, it was. It's not anymore, I'm afraid. It's now very wet and miserable. Some lightning as well. Oh, so I've got to have my wits about me here. So the next station stop is Lindheim, just over 2 kilometers away. I mean, the service started out so well, you know. Spring was almost in the air, and the birds were chirping, and the sky was blue, the clouds were fluffy and white, and now it's just turned into, well, pretty much the weather I've experienced this weekend, to be honest. Cold, damp, dark and rainy. Very rainy. I think this German route must hold the record of having the most crossings in a German route and trains in the world. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Not many tunnels, but a lot of crossings. That's for sure. That's for sure. No, you ran straight on the Midland Main Line. Oh God. Sophie, are you excited for the mild May? No, I'm not. I will not be getting it. I don't. It is cheaper than normal. I'll give it that, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's a. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think. I mean, the mild main line. What's it normal? What do I normally call it? The North London line. Let's just call it that, because that's how I prefer to call routes. You know, geographically rather than by definitions of hospitals or the England football team or AIDS and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I have zero interest in that. Well, I mean, I like the history behind the names and the reasons, of course, but I just think geographically, I think that the original names were better suited to be, you know, to the London Overground network. But that's just my view. But yeah, on the North London line, the reasons why I won't be getting it, I mean, I've said many times, I'll say it again. The full line is not being simulated or portrayed in Train Sim World. It doesn't go to Richmond. It doesn't go to Clapham Junction. And is you know, 12 miles is 12 miles. You know, is not a lot really. Yeah, there's a few stations, and the 378 is cool, and so is the DLR and the London Skyline, West Ham Stadium, and all this and that, and the AI and the timetable. You know, that does look interesting, but I just can't get past the fact that the route is not fully modelled, let's say, in Train Sim World. So, and I think £24.99 in the UK for a 12-mile route is very steep indeed. Let's not kid ourselves. I think a route that would be, blimey, what would compare it? I suppose I would say the Glossop line actually is a good comparison because it was, I think the Glossop line is longer than the North London line. It's cheaper, £5 cheaper. I mean, it's not a difference, but it is. It could be a big difference for some people. And that also has quite a few number of stations and a good multiple unit as well in the 323. And what's even worse about the mild main line or the North London line, however you wish to call it, is that the sounds with the Class 378 London Overground Class 378, it has the awful sounds from the BR Class 377, which have not aged very well at all from a sound perspective. If it was, you know, like I don't know, if it had 387 sounds, I think it would be much better. But in fact, it has 377 sounds and not the Armstrong Powerhouse 377 sound pack. That really hurts the Capital Star 378, in my opinion. So I think, as it stands, unless there is a commitment from the developer to finish the route, you know, I don't care how long it takes. If it takes them 10 years, then fair play. Take as long as you want. But if the route is not fully produced in Train Sim World, then it's absolutely pointless having the North London line in its current state, to me, to be honest. You know, imagine if it was like, oh, we're only going to have a section of the Bakerloo line from Queen's Park to Harrow and Wealdstone, and you forget all the underground bit going from Queen's Park to Elephant and Castle. Everyone will kick up a fuss about that. There'll be, you know, people will be spamming all over Dovetail social medias, demanding like, we want this route fully made, do it now. You know, and the Bakerloo actually costs the same as the North London line, may I add, and is longer and has more stations. Yeah, graphically it may not be as good as the North London line, but yeah, in its current condition, the way it's going to release at £24.99, which is cheaper than normal, but I think £24.99 is very steep for a 12-mile route personally. So yeah, I will not be touching the North London line until there is a commitment from the developer. I know he's a solo developer, and huge credit to the effort he's put in so far. But to me, I just question the reason why stop the route at Wilston Junction? Why not go further? Like why not finish it? You've done all this work to go from Stratford to Wilston Junction, all these stations, the area around it, the timetables, AI, building a freaking Docklands like railway. AI multiple unit, which really no one would have thought was a possibility, but creds to the guy, he did it. He or she, I don't know who the person is, to be fair. So even though the route may have its bells and whistles, with timetables and brilliant scenery, judging by the photographs, that looks to be like TSG level quality, which is fantastic to see. But again, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The route is not fully portrayed in Train Sim World, and if it's going to put me off buying it, I imagine it's going to put a few more people off from buying it. So yeah, I won't be waiting for a discount. I won't be touching that route until there is a 100% commitment to have that route finished. To Richmond at least I can accept. Clapham Junction as well, even better, perfect. But that may sound a little bit harsh from me, but that's the sort of standards I'm expecting when I pay 25, 30 quid, even more, Because it's a DLC, and it's a fair bit of money for a DLC. I could spend that money quite happily on something else, Anyway, that's the rant over. Let's head to the next station stop, which is Horst, and that is just over 2 kilometres away, and it's still absolutely thundering it down like crazy. I do love the older German semaphore signals, really nice to see. Not only the graphics of them, but seeing the animations. And if you do have this route, I really encourage you to read the timetable. It's a fascinating insight into the German mechanical signalling system in this route. Not only the understanding of it, but how you should view those signals when you're conducting a service on the route, particularly with the HUD completely turned off. And in these kind of weather conditions, it really does add to the immersion, So, thoroughly recommend you read the manual. It's very rare we get manuals these days for Train Sim World products. TSG and Just Trains being, it seems, the sole survivors, in producing manuals for Train Sim World. So I applaud them for that. How late are we? Oh, we're reasonably late, but as long as we get to the end, that's all that matters. I've never actually done the service in this kind of weather conditions on this route, so I'm quite surprised I'm doing this well so far. How far have we got? We're doing alright. Slow and steady. Mark Morris, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Sophia with its routes, I don't know if it's making a route, to be honest. I haven't heard anything from them, which is probably a good thing. Their routes are very patchy. A very patchy history. West Cornwall local sadly being the worst of all, unfortunately. Well, we're just about to come round the curve, and then we'll see the station platform on the left-hand side. Hodged. Or, I don't know how you say it correctly. As the morning commuters absolutely drenched. Oh my god. Maybe they don't care. Stopped a little bit too early there. It's very hard to find the correct stopping point. I think it's roughly here, just before this lamp, this light here. There we go. Okay. Ooh, there's a farmer's field of his crops. Welcome to Hotch. Not a lot here as far as station facilities go. Here you got a sign. It's overgrowing. Is that the station building? No, it's someone's house actually. You got a little bench, and that's about it. Sophia, next review. ATS route. What does ATS mean exactly? Do you mean the developer for the North London line? Oh no, it's that's different, isn't it? Incredible Trains is IT, yeah. Unless you mean. Oh, ATS. Oh, Alan Thompson Simulation. Oh God, I've forgotten about that route. The what is it? The Manchester Airport commuter. I think the route concept is okay. I mean, it's a nice little extension to the Glossop line. I mean, a friend of mine's very happy because her local station is getting reproduced in the game, which is fantastic for her. I think Alan Thompson Simulation could have been a bit more ambitious, you know. I can understand it, you know, Blackpool branches when Just Trains made his first route. You know, it was roughly 40 odd miles, you know, focusing on the town of Blackpool and, you know, the heart of the route being Preston, you know, a lot of passenger services, a lot of activity. It's a kind of a similar thing, you know, focusing on the Manchester area, the airport, you know, big international, well, not huge international airport, but it's a reasonably sized international airport. So I imagine there'll be a fair bit of, you know, passenger activity on the Manchester Airport commuter route. My main worry is how much it's going to cost. I hope it's just not ridiculously overblown in, you know, price. Because sadly, in recent years, Alan Thompson Simulation's products have been very heavily criticised due to how much they cost. I think there was one thing that went around that I think there was a remaster or an enhancement pack for, I think it was a Class 47 by Alan Thompson Simulation, and I think the price was so expensive. I mean, I had to look twice. I reloaded the page, I think, twice because I couldn't believe how much it cost at the time when it launched. I think it was like £36 or £25 for like I think it was like a Class 47 pack. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I imagine it was a very, very, very detailed representation of the 47. You know, the physics, the graphics, the performance characteristics. You know, maybe the scenarios for whatever route the Loco add-on was primarily focusing on. But I couldn't believe the price of that locomotive enhancement pack. I mean, it's not Alan Thompson simulation, far from it. There are others as well. I think Armstrong Powerhouse made 2 weather enhancement packs, but released them separately at stupid prices. Whereas I think, you know, if you go back, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, those weather enhancement packs would not only be separate, there'd be one complete pack and be cheaper as well. So make of that what you will. But yeah, there's been a lot of accusations online, you know, rumours and speculation on Alan Thompson simulation, you know, as a studio, as a, you know, when it comes to their marketing, let's say, or pricing strategy and all this kind of stuff. Oh, looks like the weather's starting to pick up. That's good to see. So we'll see. I would have liked to have had something new to play with the Manchester Airport commuter. Instead, it's just the same Class 323, which I really do like the 323. It's a good multiple unit. Good physics, good sounds, good graphics, but I just would have liked something fresh, you know, to something new to play with. A bit of a breath of fresh air, you know, to the modern-day Manchester scene, let's say. But, you know, that's just me. So, we'll wait and see. I mean, I haven't heard much regarding that route in the last few weeks. So, I suppose no news is good news. Same with the, what was it, the Metrolink FP59. F59 PHR. I mean, that just released suddenly out of the blue last week. I just was scrolling on Facebook, I think, and just saw the trailer for it, and I was like, wow, that came out already. Jeez, I mean, Dovetail didn't even bother putting out a press release saying, hey, it's coming out tomorrow, get it now, but we'll save up your pennies for tomorrow, it's coming out. No, nothing like that. It just, pop, it just released it. No fanfare at all. I think they only put out a trailer today showcasing the locomotive in action on the Antelope Valley line. It is a good looking locomotive, I'll say that. I don't think it's worth, what is it, £13 in the UK? A little bit steep. I might get that on a discount. A steep discount. Right, we're heading up to the halfway point of the line, Heldenburgen and Windecker. Just under 2 kilometres away to go. Sophia Thompson simulation, poorly thought out rubbish Manchester route only be used 323. I think the route itself sounds quite interesting. It'd be interesting to see what it's like from a scenery perspective. I think it encompasses quite a large area of the Manchester area. I mean, I don't know Manchester very well. I've never been to Manchester. Which I know one of my closest friends who lives not too far from Manchester is like, please, you know, make a weekend visit to the city, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have the time, basically. And it's fair old journey. I think if the West Coast Main Line, if it runs on time, that is, unreliably, I think you could get from London to Manchester in just over a couple of hours, so it's not too bad. Like I said, if it runs on time and, well, actually runs at all. We are speeding, but that's okay. Well, it's not really okay, but you know what I mean. We'll roll with it. We just got some light rain for now. I think the windscreen wiper sounds in the cab is probably the best sound in the cab. It sounds so good. I don't know why. It sounds better than the sounds of the V12 diesel engine from the exterior. It's got a horrendous looping sound. But other than that, the sound is pretty good. Oh, perfect. That was tip-top. Okay, so welcome to Heldenburgen Vindecken station. Oh, lovely to hear the birds and the wildlife. Oh, I've just noticed. All the way up here. There's the station sign. What on earth would it be up there? Oh, nice place to put it, I suppose. Well, unless there's a little walking path in the forest, maybe. Ooh, there. Ooh, what was that? What's that there? There's a crater here. We'll ignore that. See, look, no 2D grass textures here. It's all 3D. That's what I like to see. What a nice view. Yeah, I mean, the weather's crap, but even the weather doesn't bog down the scenery too much. I mean, it's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Really, really nice. This is how a route should be done, you know? Extra level fit and finish. Got the station building here. Heldenburgen Vindecken. Don't know why the camera keeps doing that. I've noticed that recently. Likes to go up rather than down. Yeah, there's no PIS screens on this little branch line, which is fair enough, I suppose. I suppose back then they had little paper board timetables or something like that. Right, let's lock the doors. Well, we'll see, Sophie, we'll see, won't we? I mean, will it just be a cash grab, or will it actually be a pleasant surprise? We'll wait and see when that route releases. No idea when, but I imagine it's not too far around the corner. There's a Class 110. One of the regional barn passenger services you can see as AI at Heldenburgen Vindecken. So I'm glad we caught that at least. So the next station is Vindecken. Not too far at all. More like it's worth £2.99. I don't know. I mean, I think it's worth a bit more than that. You never know. The route might actually be a pleasant surprise. You never know. You never know. I mean, we don't even know what the timetable is going to look like, so I think it's a bigger route than certainly bigger than the Glossop line was. So I don't think route mileage will be a problem. My main interest with that route is timetables and route scenery. That's all I want, is those areas to be good. I nearly went through that station. Stopped just in time. Right on the marks too. I love these new weather visuals on the trains these days. Looks really, really cool. Much more high fidelity. The sounds of the the rain coming down on the windscreen is terrible, because it just loops and it's really annoying. But other than that, it's pretty good. The next stop is Budesheim, 2.5 kilometers away. Seems like the weather's closing in again. Is it me or is it getting darker again? I thought it was going to stop raining and, the sun come out and all be lovely and shiny. Unfortunately not. Looks like the weather's here for the duration. Sophia, pleasant surprise. Worst question, actually, I suppose, burnt a reputation. Pleasant surprise. Oh, hold your horses. Just because Dovetail may say something, it doesn't mean to say that's actually going to be true. It might have a totally different meaning. When they say revamped Class 150, they probably mean just upgraded textures and livery. Because they say, Dovetail says revamped, doesn't mean to say it's going to get any new sounds. I mean, the sounds from the original 150 were, I believe some of them were from Armstrong Powerhouse. They were just edited or implemented really poorly onto the 150-2 for West Cornwall Local. So the sounds were certainly there. It was just embedding them into the simulation of the 150 was just appalling. So yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath regarding the 150-2. The 153 I think will be good. I think, well, it needs to be good, it should be good, but again, it is a route from Dovetail, so there's always a spanner in the works, there's always a bit of doubt lingering over a Dovetail branded product. I mean, just look at their recent route release of the Niddertalbahn. That tells you everything. The route was released with bugs, timetable not finished, nothing new, so I wouldn't hold your breath. That's why I think the and of course because it's a dovetail route, the Cardiff City commuter, I imagine the scenery isn't going to be good either, knowing dovetail. So that's why I think maybe the Manchester commuter might have a slight advantage. Maybe not in terms of rolling stock, but maybe in terms of scenery and timetables, definitely. We'll wait and see. But certainly those two routes I'm keeping an eye on. Be interesting to see how much the Cardiff City commuter actually costs, considering it's only just over 21 miles, I think. It's got a fair few stations, I will say. 2 multiple units, one that's new, one that's apparently revamped. Excuse me. What revamped actually means in dovetail speak is anyone's guess. But yeah, I'd say right now, judging on those two routes, I'd say they're about neck and neck. I'd say I think the Cardiff City commuter has an advantage because it's got 2 multiple units. One is new, one is apparently revamped, and I'd say the Manchester commuter has got a few pros because the 323 is a reliable multiple unit. We've known that from experience from the Glossop line and the Birmingham Cross Sea line. But that is a good multiple unit. It sounds good, it feels good, it operates good. Graphics are pretty decent as well, and it's a Manchester style, commuter route, kind of like the London commuter, so I expect it to be pretty busy. West Coast Main Line trains coming in and out of Manchester Piccadilly. You've got the Midland Main Line in there trundling up and down. You've got Glossop line traffic as well going in and out of Manchester Piccadilly, and I imagine the route traffic around the airport area and as well as along other parts of the route, I imagine it's going to be pretty busy. So and hopefully, because it's an Alan Thompson simulation product, the scenery is actually going to be, well, I mean, it can't get worse than Dovetails, or definitely Rivet Game standards, can it? So I would say those two routes are very similar, busy passenger action route, albeit in a very small, kind of area of Cardiff and Manchester. So I'm quite interested to see how that almost little battle plays out. The battle of the commuters routes: Manchester Airport commuter versus the Cardiff City commuter. We will see. We're coming up to the next station, which is Keelan-Stratton. And yes, I did look that up before pronouncing it. I do try my best to get the German pronunciations of these stations as accurately as possible. I may not have the accent, but I try to pronounce them correctly. We'll just go a little bit further. Pull up to the last person on the platform. There we go, that'll do. Perfect. We're right near, I think, a local mill or a factory of some sort, so I imagine a pretty important station for the workers at this particular facility. It's quite a big factory by the looks of it. Presumably has connections to the local farming industry around here. I like the river down here as well. All the algae and the weeds, and look at that. Looks fantastic. Really, really good. I'm waiting for a discount for the Niddertalbahn. I know I'm desperate to play that route. But yeah, if that route can match this level of quality, scenery goes, as far as scenery is concerned, brilliant, fantastic. Damn, flash of lightning. It's a wet, soggy morning on the Niddertalbahn. The next stop is Uberdorfelden, just over a kilometre away. Rivet more like, yeah, exactly. We haven't had much content from them in recent months. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they're taking a sip of their own medicine. I don't know. You know, low sales from their products. I'm not surprised. They need to up their game. Simple as that. Maybe they've gone bust. I don't know about that. I'm not sure if they've gone bust. I think we know about it, if that was proven to be the case. I mean, it's not really funny saying that, is it? Because it's people, you know, losing their jobs, which is never a nice thing to see. So as much as we criticise these, you know, game companies, it is important to understand the human element behind the people making these games. You know, it is their jobs, their livelihoods, so we have to respect that. As critical as we can be, we have to always remember that. Champagne corks would pop. Well, I don't like champagne, so I wouldn't be popping any corks anytime soon. Seems we've got some light rain again. Thunderstorm has cleared again. And the next stop is Niddertalbahn, just over a kilometre away. Looks like it's brightening up as well. It's good to see. Sophie, no, Dovetail said my expectations after the Prophetic Rivet one. We'll see. We'll wait and see, eh? We'll wait and see. Knowing Dovetail, either full price or more expensive. We'll see. We will see, won't we? Sophie, worth it, just screw up, I won't hesitate to give them both barrels, frankly. Years later, they've done something about 150-2. That is true. I will give you that. It has been a very long time. But Dovetails can only go as fast as it can go. You know, they have churned out a lot of content, but it can't just be always UK content. It's got to be a balance, you know, European roots, German roots, US roots as well. Ooh, break. There we go. This rain will not go away, will it? Right, let's lock the doors. The next station stop is Grunau. It's just under 2 kilometers away. Sophia's one thing buzzing me. German semaphores. Where are the signal boxes? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I'll have to look that up in the manual. There might be some signal boxes, but it just might be far away, maybe from the branch line. Might be mechanically controlled. Sugar, as me being an idiot. There you go, made my first mistake. It was going so well. Oh well. There we go. Let me just check a look at the manual. That might tell us. If in doubt, look at the manual. Oh, we're getting some blue sky and some sunlight, but it's still raining. This rainstorm does not want to go away, does it? Let me just view the manual. About the route, yes. No, it's coupling up. Signals, here we go. The Niddertalbahn uses interlock signals to be control the movement of trains by allowing or denying access to ensure no conflicting movements meet, yada yada yada. Introduced with this route for the first time are German mechanical signals. These were standard forms of signalling on rural single track lines for a long time and still are to this day. Yada yada yada. Some stations also feature newer colour light signals. Okay. The route also features a number of signs. Yep, okay, no, that one. I don't know, I don't think it says, actually, to be fair. No. I think maybe it is mechanically controlled, but I think it's the signal box must be just very far away. That's the best thing I could think of, really. It doesn't say in the manual there is any signal boxes in the area. We would know about it for sure because I'm pretty sure TSG will make them interactive. You know, you can walk in them and pretend to be a signalman or woman. It's starting to chuck down with rain again. They say rain at night can be very soothing for some people. If you're listening or watching this at night time, this is your opportunity. And now that opportunity is gone. Sounds like the thunderstorm didn't approve that. Not one bit. The next and the final stop is Bad Vilbel, 3 kilometers away, and we're speeding massively. Whoopsie daisy. My bad. Too busy. Looking at the chat. It's probably controlled from time and space. Yeah, Doctor Who's at work. Once we've done this journey, we will do a second passenger type of service you can do. That is going from Bad Vilbel to Heldenburgen Vindecken, where this stream will come to an end. Or after that service, I should say. When we get to Bad Vilbel, I'll have to have a look at the mechanical signal and see if it's connected to any wires or something. Maybe the wires will have a clue, give us a clue as to if it's connected to a signal box or not. I imagine it will be. It should be, or unless the signal box is just not simply modelled. Sadly, this journey for the morning commuters is going to end in miserable rainy fashion. Well, I mean, unless some are going to Frankfurt, and then they can stay on the train. I didn't actually put any heating on for the passengers, they might be a bit cold and wet. Does this train have any heating equipment on board? It should do, right? I think it would. Signal light, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a passenger service. I didn't check actually, to be fair. There's a desk light. Doesn't light up very much. Brake tests and no. Wipers, windows, door controls. No, I don't think it has any heater controls. Maybe it does down there, but they don't do anything. So. Service is going very, very slowly. So there's that one. Maybe it's stopping at the station. Seems to have come to a standstill. Ready to pick up the passengers maybe for Frankfurt. Or going somewhere else. Here we are back at Bad Vilbel. Oh, service is over. Oh, I got a bronze. Oh, I'm a bit surprised by that. I thought I did reasonably well considering the weather. Yeah, it took me just over an hour and 6 minutes. We stopped at, well, we began the service at Stockheim, stopping at Glauberg, Lindheim, Altenstadt, Horst, Eichen, Heldenburgen, Windecken, Budesheim, Kilienstatten, Uberdorfelden, Niederdorfelden, Gronau, and Bad Vilbel. Let's return to the journey mode, see what else is on offer. If you'd enjoyed the stream so far and you like what you've seen or heard, then of course feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, what do we want? Niddertalbahn. That's a quiet night. Yeah, we already did that one. Oh, so all I need to do is that service, and then I'll be able to unlock this one. What is this? No driving when there is no train to drive. I take it that's empty stock moves. What's this one? No driving when there are things in the way. Obstructions. Okay, fair enough. Looks like it doesn't do the second passenger type. That's okay. I could just pick one in the menu. No, that's Bad Vilbel. What's this one? That's Bad Vilbel as well. Nope. This is a struggle. I'm trying to find it. Is that another one? Stockheim to Heldenburgen, Windecken. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't know when. Set it to March. Yeah, we'll have a bit of cloud. Enough of the miserable thundery rain. Let's have some bright sunlight for some bright sunshine to end the stream. Awesome run. Platinum medal you should get. I think I should have got at least a gold. I'm very surprised I didn't actually even get a silver. Because I thought that wasn't too bad. I mean, yeah, I was ridiculously late in the end, but in those weather conditions, first time run on a Niddertalbahn in that sort of weather, I'm not quite pleased with that. And I didn't only had one emergency, only one major failure with the PZB, so I think I did pretty well, to be fair. Oh well, never mind. Okay, desk light, no, don't need that. Instrument lights 100%, okay, we're all good. Would be wise if I unlock the doors. Where are we actually going to? This is Stockheim, isn't it? Yeah, I'm at the wrong one. No, am I at the wrong one? Just trying to think now. No, I'm at the correct one, actually. Yeah. Of course I am. I should have done the service going the opposite way, but oh well. Never mind. Doesn't matter, does it? We'll go in the rear, turn the, open the hatch and turn on the PZB. Sorry, passengers. Right, we'll just wait until we've been given clearance to proceed out of Stockheim. I'll lock the doors. I think we're just a single 2-coach unit. Yeah, we are. Okay, that's good. So the first stop is Glauberg. Let's go. This will be a much more relaxing service compared to the previous one. As far as the next stream is concerned, we will not be doing any more historic German routes for the time being. I think I've taken a look at everything there is to offer. The next stream will take place next Monday, believe it or not, on the 3rd of March. Jesus, this year is rocketing by already. Yeah, so yeah, join me for the next live stream, 3rd of March 2025, and I'm going to be taking a long overdue look at the Midland Main Line. Can't wait to take a look at that, especially since it's had a couple of major patches over its life cycle. More than 2 actually, I think 3 or 4 actually. Might be, yeah, no 3 major patches. I really hope, deep down I really hope that Skyhook is going to make a route extension, or a couple of route extensions to the Midland Main Line. I mean, if they can extend the route from Derby to Sheffield with the Matlock branch, that'll be brilliant. And if you also have the Erewash, what is it, something Valley line from Nottingham to Sheffield. Well, really, it's the branch goes from Nottingham to, or just outside Nottingham to, was it just before Chesterfield? So, yeah, that's the dream. That's what I like to see as far as the Midland Main Line route extension. If we can get a Class 222 electric multiple unit or diesel multiple unit, I'll be very happy. Oh yeah, stopped on the marks, that's good. So this is Glauberg. Nice trees here. Slowly growing. Beginning to spring. Beginning to flower. It's Glauberg Station. Nice station building. Not a lot to this station. Simple. There's a couple of bins. No route maps or anything like that. Simple and elegant. Full of character. Getting a bit carried away there. The second station stop is Lindheim. Lindheim is just over 2.5 kilometers away. Hey Henry, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Just doing some local passenger services on the magnificent little German branch line. That is the Niddertalbahn. How long's this stream been going on for? An hour and 23 minutes, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Put the reverser into neutral by an accident, just while trying to sound the horn with the left stick. Whoopsie! That'll be me fired from Deutsche Bundesbahn, if I was around back then in 1992. Of course I wasn't. Here's a station serving the little town of Lindheim. Oh, actually on time for once. Someone's left their car very close to the farmer's field. Don't want that car getting stuck in the mud. No. Especially if it's chucking down with rain, like it was in the previous service. There we go. Okay, the next station stop is Altenstadt, 2.5 kilometers away. This is the route map. That's Stockheim where we started. And that's where we're finishing at Heldenburgen, Windecken. Okay, here's a station. One of a few passing places on the line. A bit of construction taking place here, it would seem. Improving the station facilities. Nice thing about Altenstadt, it's got a few allotments. Quite cool. Go about your work in your little allotment and see some passenger trains and occasionally some sugar beet freight services as well. Nice. Oh, need to actually open the doors. Got to wait here for quite a while. So we've got to wait for another train to arrive at the station in the opposite direction. So whilst we have to wait for until, what is it, 16:10 in the game, I'm going to go and have a little comfort break. Okay, let's depart and lock the doors. Take it the other train was in the station. It's probably gone now. Yeah. I could see the train arriving into the platform just as I was about to go downstairs for a comfort break. So the next station stop is Hodged. It's 2 kilometers away, the next station stop. There we go. Oh, there's suddenly up here for some reason. There you go, it's a bit better. If there's no multiple unit, there's any cab heating on board, all you can do is access head and right. There is no heating on board, is there? What's this? Oh, it's a sun blind. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, because there's no buttons, not even behind the curtain, so yes, you're pretty limited by what you can do. What's that? A cipher? Not even down here. No switches or anything of the sort, of the kind. I'm just double checking. Unless it's all on the screen, maybe? Don't think so. Unless it's on the passenger compartment, maybe. I'd be very surprised if it was. Maybe it just doesn't have any heating on board. Maybe it actually just doesn't. Don't know. Yeah, all you can do is open the access to PZB and the cipher. There's no heating on board. What's that? That's emergency brake lever. I really need to get a new controller. I think I need to go on the hunt for one very soon. The next station stop is Icon. It's just over 1.5 kilometers away. There's the whistle sign. Just past, went over a little stream now. Little stream as we enter the forest. Looks like the forest has almost been burnt down almost by all these trees. And the lack of leaves they have, it looks very eerie, very spooky. Very good kind of service to operate in Halloween, wasn't it? Had a bit of mist, a bit of fog. Yeah, I could see it being a very Halloween-esque part of the route. Right, here we are, coming up to the next station stop, Icon. I think that'll do. Another passing place on the line. Yeah, look at these trees. Very spooky indeed. Well, they do have some sort of leaves. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Bird. I'm very sorry to disturb your tree. Well, clearly the local wildlife around here doesn't like an external camera looking up their neighbourhood. Nice bird sounds either way. The next and the final stop is Heldenburgen Windecken, where this service and stream will come to an end. Oh, there's a load of traffic here. Just want to see the crossing gates in action. Haven't seen it yet on this route, or the animation, I should say, if that even happens. Should happen. I just can't hold on forever. You know, there's a fair few cars wanting to get home. Maybe the gates actually don't animate. Are they manually controlled? No. No, I couldn't tell if they animated or not. Maybe they don't animate. Do you think they would? Just over 1 kilometre to go until the final stop. We have a speed reduction as well to 40 kilometres per hour. Any trains at Heldenburgen? Negative. We are going to be the only one at this station. There we go, end of the line. Yeah, pretty big station. You got the main line carrying on down south and north. What is it? 4 platforms? It's not too bad. No, 5 actually, I think. But yeah, we got a goal that time. Took me just over 36 minutes. We went from Stockheim to Heldenburgen, Vendecken, stopping at Glauberg, Lindheim, Altenstadt, Horst, Eichen, and of course Heldenburgen, Vendecken. And there we go. I enjoyed that. I hope those of you that watched enjoyed it too. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. So yeah, that concludes this stream on the second historic German route and train sim world, the nice little but very well detailed and brilliantly made Niddertalbahn. If you'd enjoyed it, then feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will take place on Monday, the 3rd of March. Unbelievable how time is just flying by before my eyes. The next stream will be going back to normalities, let's say, as we will be going on one of my favourite modern UK routes for recent times, the Midland Main Line. So hopefully you could join me for that. And I would just like to say once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time.